Lie down on your mat to begin with today. Getting comfortable in any way that feels comfortable to you. The knees can be bent, your legs extended. Wiggle around. Also here, breathing, just breathing in and out, gently in the rise and fall. Made it. It's all right. We're starting lying down, so take your time getting there. More breaths here as everybody starts to settle in. And see you in person. Oh goodness. Oh no. You okay? And then from here today, you'll stretch your arms overhead and stretch your legs out long, and then take your legs to the left. So you'll bring the left foot to the left, and then the right foot will touch it. Yeah, so you just kind of scoot on the floor. Take the left foot left, and then the right foot will reach to touch it. If you want, you can keep moving it until you start to feel a stretch along that right side. And then I sometimes like to wiggle a little bit to the left with my shoulders. And then the left arm, I can either reach down or it can hold on to the right wrist. And you try to get this full stretch all along that right side of the body. Cross your ankles if that feels better. And be at play with it. Try to keep the back of your hips on the ground, back of your shoulders on the ground. Here you'll just come back to center, stand long on the floor and start to go to the other side, move to the right, until you feel that gentle opening on the left side. You might wiggle the shoulders to the right. The right arm can go down or hold on to the left wrist. Where else that feels good. Arms can be really extended or gently bent. Keep the back of the left hip on the ground. Lift off. Same sensations on this left side. Back to center, extend it long, midline, and then bring the right knee into the chest and the gentle squeeze of that right leg. You could roll the foot in two circles, rock side to side on that hip. Holding the knee in the right hand, open it to the right. Left arm to the left. Maybe imagine that this is a standing pose, and it's a standing balance. You want to really press through that sole of the left foot. So flex the foot as if it's on the floor. Right knee to the right, pull the shoulders back. Breathe. Remember this sensation. We'll probably replicate this standing a bit. Bring it back to center. You'll interlace your hands behind the right hamstring and straighten the right leg. And then with the left foot, so it's no longer on the floor, you're going to lift it up to meet the right. You're going to lift it up and down 5 times. Pressing out through the heel, engaging that muscle to bone sensation in that left leg. And not the core. 5. Bring the left leg down, pause, maybe slide the hands up the right leg a little bit farther. Bend the right knee into the chest, give it a squeeze, and extend it out long on the floor. Both sides. So draw the left knee in, 2 rotations of the foot, ankle, left draw, the point, other direction. Press out through your right heel and sole of the foot. Hold the left knee in the left hand, put it to the left. Right arm can reach right. Again, imagine this is a standing balance pose. Just noticing where you need to engage. Keep everything at that drawing into center. And where you can expand to create more opening. Bring it back to center, hands go behind the left hamstring, straighten the left leg, and then lift the right leg up and down 5 times. Pressing out through the sole of the right foot, and slowly lower that core engagement, and really pull your rib cage towards the mat. After 5, let the right leg rest. Maybe slide your hands up higher on the left leg if you can. And bend the knee, give it a squeeze, straighten both legs out on the floor, arms overhead. Really long through the body. And then draw both knees into your chest. Wrap your forearms around your shins. Reach for your elbow points. Lengthen the back of the neck and the tailbone. Compression here of the hip flexors, that are lengthening and stretching through the back of the hips and the left. Your arms out wide, let your knees go to the left. Twist. And then you can even take that top leg, the right leg, and bring it up, like slide it up a little bit towards the shoulders, or shoulder line, and hold on to the knee or straighten the leg, holding the outside of the back foot. Or if you have a wall there or a bed or something, you can press into it. And there is a possibility, not for everybody, but you can try it. You slide the left leg back a little bit, and then you lift up to catch the left foot in the right hand. And then you come back down. Knees, you're going to bend both knees, come back up to center, wrap your forearms around your shins again, and squeeze in, lengthen the tailbone, lengthen the back of the neck. Drop if you want. Really press the tailbone down, lengthening the muscles of the back. Go ahead and open the arms and take your twist to the other side, knees to the right. Slide that left leg up so you can catch it in the right hand easily, or straighten the leg, reaching for that half of the foot, and the foot come to the floor, maybe. All the way over or not. Okay, if it doesn't. And if you'd like to take that left leg, slide it back a bit, then lift up, catch the foot, or the right leg, sorry. Lay back down in that left hand. Keep the shoulders square, you can even sweep them to the right an inch or two. All these are just suggestions, they're not a have to. Release that carefully and come back onto your back one more time. Wrap your Forearms around the shins. If you could grab the elbow points, do that. Lengthen the back of the neck and the tailbone. Squeeze everything into that tiny little ball. For our Christmas ornament. If you want, you can tuck your chin to your chest, lift the forehead to the knees. A little bit more compression and squeeze in. And then just loosen your grip. You can bring the hands behind the legs or in front of the shins and just rock front to back. If that feels okay on your spine, just rock front to back. Good. And then we'll come all the way up and onto the hands and knees, forward. And then soften between the shoulder blades, creating that little trench in the upper back, and then we'll lift between the shoulder blades. So different from cow and cat. Soften between the shoulder blades, creating a trench, and then lifting between the shoulders. I'm gonna just put the light on both. Keep going. Trench in the upper back. Then you lift. You wrap the shoulder blades around the rib cage and stretch. One more, just like that. And then come to tabletop and drop down onto your forearms right here. And then we'll take cow and cat on the forearm. So the movement's a little bit smaller than a typical cow and cat. It focuses a little bit more on the upper back. Going through the pose, the motions, and the space between each pose. There's a pause. Smooth out any rough edges. And then come to neutral and take just the right arm and slide it forward and lower the chest. The head may or may not come to the ground, but you're getting a big stretch under that right arm. And then you'll switch, slide the right forearm back in, left arm goes out. Press the palm down. Lower the chest as much as it can. Bring that forearm back in. So the forearm's on the ground. You can interlace the hands or not. This is up to you. You'll tuck the toes and lift up into dolphin. Like downward dog, but on the forearm. So focus a little more on the shoulders. Press the chest back towards the thighs. Press the forearms strongly down into the ground. The mat. Spread your toes. Take one more breath. And bring your knees down, sit back into child's pose. And the arms might want to drape over the legs. There's a little different opening to the shoulders and upper back. And then stretch the arms back forward if they're behind you. Come back up to tabletop. Tuck the toes this time, downward facing dog. Lift the hips. Lengthening of the sides of the body. Pedal it out. Lengthening into the backs of the legs. Listening to the sound of your breath today. Here, take your right leg to the sky. You'll lift it behind you. Bend the right knee. Roll open to that hip a bit. Step forward, you'll step the right foot to the right hand. And set the left knee down for a low lunge. You can point the toes, you can bring your hands up to the right thigh. You can move front to back, add the knee or hands on blocks. I love that. And then right here, you'll take your arms up towards the ceiling and turn the left palm left, circle the wrist. So yeah, good. And then you give a little lean to the right. So go the other way. Yeah, so it's opening to this side. Then you can leave the hand down if that feels better. So it's a big lift up and over. And I really hug the inner thighs in and press the top of the left foot down, tailbone down. Deep breaths. Come back to center, stretch both arms up. And then bring your hands down and step back to downward dog. Toes. Putting it out. Lift the left leg to the sky, bend the left knee, roll open. And big step forward, left foot to left hand. Set the right knee down, point the right toes, come out to the lunge. And you might want to move in and out of this. You need to pad the back knee. Let me know. I have some thicker mats. Is this okay? Okay. Good, and then you'll find that center place, take both arms up, and then maybe right palm right, this time circle the wrist, stretch to the left, or your hand can be down, forearm to thigh. Good, good. Lengthen the tailbone towards the floor. And just breathe into that whole right side. You might go to the hip or quadricep or deep in the belly or the low back. Back to center. Just stretch the arms straight up, lengthening both sides of the waist. And then hands to the mat, downward facing dog. Tuck the right toes, step back. Lift the right leg up and back, bend the knee again, pull open through the hip. And then step forward. This time we'll come to warrior one. Left foot spins flat. And then arms come up. To the four corners of the back foot. Back toes can be farther back. You get a little different opening or more forward. Really kind of personal. It feels good. I prefer kind of habitually on my toes more forward, but playing with different spots of different things. You can breathe here. Take a few more breaths. I always find warrior one so awkward. Good. Maybe go deeper, but reach up higher. And then set your hands down to the mat. Just go straight back to downward dog. Right foot to left. Notice the different feeling in the leg. Take the left leg up and back. Bend the left knee, roll it open. Big step forward. Left foot to left hand. Right foot flat. And come up. Finding the version in your body where you feel like you're right on the edge of something. Maybe the edge of a challenge or maybe the edge of doing less. Find it, yeah, move the wrists. I love those little wrist stretches you can do here. Take one more breath. And then set your hands down to the mat and downward facing dog. Left foot to right or child's pose is fine. Pedal it out. more here. Take the right leg up and back, bend the right knee, open it up. And then step it through. This time for crescent lunge. So back heel stays lifted. And then you reach up. Just really working internal rotation right now. Hip flexor opening. And then bring your hands together at your heart and we'll take a twist. You can either set the left hand down or hook the left elbow to the right thigh. You choose. And then you press the palms together to twist. You can also open the arms from here with your left hand outside the right foot, or it can stay inside. We're going to move down, plant the hands. We're going to go straight back, downward facing dog. Working at the internal rotation of the leg, pit of the belly, and building heat. Keep the left leg up and back. You can bend the knee, roll it open. And then big step forward, left foot to left hand. Crescent lunge. Right heel stays lifted, hips square. Hands to heart center and revolve left. You can either set the right hand down right away or elbow to thigh and find your twist. Good job. One more breath, wherever you are. Set the hands to the mat. Downward dog or child's pose is fine. Pull it out if you're in down dog. Child pose, you can even wag the tail side to side. And then come forward to a high plank. This could be on the knees or legs straight. Press down into the hands, pulling into the core. And low plank or to your belly on the floor. And rise up to cobra or even upward facing dog. And then press back to downward facing dog or child's pose. Puppy pose works too. Take a nice deep breath in. Breathe it out. And then walk or hop your feet to your hands. Halfway lift, inhale, lengthen and extend the sides of the body. Exhale, bow forward. Drop your head. Bring your hands to your hips. Come up to stand. Press the feet down, rise up. Switch your arms up. Bring your hands to your foot. And then chair pose. So you'll bend the knees, sit the weight back in the heels, and take the arms up, biceps by the ears. And then you'll squat down about 5 inches if you can. And then stand up and bring the hands down through the heart to the hips. Bend the knees. Reach the arms up. Squat 5 inches or more. Stand up. Hands to the heart. And then to the hips. Again, bend the knees. Chair pose. Sweep the arms up. Breathe in. Exhale, down deeper. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Into the hips. Again, bend the knees. Sweep up. Inhale, chair. Exhale, chair squat. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, hands to the heart. One more time. Hands to the hips. Bend the knees. Inhale, chair. Exhale, squat deep. As deep as you can go. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Arms by your side. Good job. Step your, let's do the right foot back. And you'll open up to a wide stance. Good. And then hands to the hips. Turn your right toes to the right, to the back of the mat. And then bend the right knee. for warrior two. And flip the arms up. Okay, we'll make fists with your hands. And just do some wrist rolls. Nice and slow in all directions. Spread the fingers, open up across the chest, go a little bit deeper. And then straighten the right leg, relax the arms down, turn the right toes in and the left toes out. So this is now external rotation. And bend the left knee. Slow wrist rolls, the neck, the shoulders, round into the feet. Wide, so a little deeper. And then straighten the left leg, relax the arms. Good, right to the left toes in, right toes turn to the right. And right into warrior two. Bend the knee, open the arms. And then side angle. We'll set the forearm to thigh or hands to the floor. And the left arm could be up or overhead or circle. Behind the head. Drop the head. Holding still or moving. Let the left arm pull you to stand, bring your feet to parallel, and then other side, left toes to the left, open the arms, bend the left knee, warrior two. And side angle, tip to the left, hand to the floor or floor to thigh. Standing, hands, leg, arms, leg. Deeper to support those edges, whatever that means to you. And then come on up. Bring your feet to parallel, interlace your hands at your back, pull the knuckles down, open up across the collarbones and chest, and then bow forward. Find the four corners of each foot, so the inner edges, outer edges, the heel, ball of the toes themselves. Relax your head or draw the crown towards the ground. Just a little more length. If the arms can come up and overhead. In some bodies, the pinky fingers actually touch the ground.
Wow.
So open the shoulders, opening wherever they can. Not mine. Not yet, not today. Then release your hands to the ground. And then right here, you're going to bend the right knee. Sit to the right and see if you can come all the way down to sitting on the mat. That's it. Sit all the way on the left. Yeah, perfect. Doesn't have to be graceful. So sitting all the way down. So the right knee will be up. And then I'm going to have you just rotate it in and up. And you can have your hands behind you, or like Stephanie's doing, no hands. Rotating in and up, in, and you can go out. That leg in, out. So internal rotation, and then external, or it can be straight up or moving towards it. Different, right? Good. Just one or two more on this side. Here's the challenge. You bring the foot back. So you're going to try to get back up to your feet. So you can use your hands or no hands and go to the other side. Or you can just switch to the floor also. Sit down. No knees, a whole bunch of things. What do you feel? I saw that look on your face. With the hips. Yeah. Okay, and then if you can, you're rotating in with that left leg and up or out. You can use your hands or no hands or just stay. Yeah, stay right there. It's just locked. What is it? Is it you think it's the toe?
Connected.
Could be. It could be. I mean. Just a few more times. How's that feel then? Okay, and then we're going to try to get back up to your feet. And come back to that wide leg, forward fold. You got it. Yes. Good job, Carol. You too. And then hands come to a flat back, hands come to the hips, come up to stand, and you'll step back up to the front of your mat. Keep your arms just big reach up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. And then left hand to left hip. So as promised, we can this on the floor, lying down. So imagine not feeling on the floor. You'll lift the right knee and catch the knee in the right hand that comes from the front. Imagine the floor behind you. And then open the right leg to the right, the left arm to the left. And again, imagine that floor, the integration. The four, the where is that strength coming from? Bring it back to center and set it down. And then right hand to right hip, lift the left knee, put in the left hand. Pull the shoulders back, head back as if the floor is behind you. And then open the left knee left, the right arm out. The front ribs in. So before I noticed my core works a lot. Standing, I sometimes disintegrate it. So keeping that nice and firm, connected, you can let go if you want, working those deeper muscles. On. And then bring it back to center and we'll set the left foot next to the right. And now we'll go behind. So left arm up for dancer or quad stretch. It's fine to hold the bar again. Left arm up. Bend the right knee, catch the foot from behind, draw the knees towards each other. And then you can stay or slide the thigh back. You kick the foot into the hand. Shoulders back. Lengthen the tailbone, like you're kind of push the tailbone towards the floor. And then the side, lap or hand to be at the chest or somewhere else, or holding on. Catch the left foot in the left hand. Knees go towards each other. So first find center, and then you find your expression. You go say what's happening in the body today. Back to stand. Let's take a couple big back strokes. Really reach into the pinky finger. And then one more standing balance. It's tree pose. So bring the right foot to the left leg. You can be foot to calf or ankle, or you can go above the knee onto the thigh. That center line balance right here is a strength and softness and ease. Arms up. Arms up. You put the arms down, set the right foot next to the left. And if you're ready, you'll switch to the other way. Move the right foot down, bring the left foot up. Center, that gentle press in. Arms back. Heart center, left foot next to the right, and then mountain pose. Coming back to the front of your mat if you wandered somewhere. Take a big breath in, extended mountain, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. And step back, high plank. To low plank or onto your belly. Cobra or upward facing dog. Downward facing dog or child's pose. Breath in. Breathe out. Lift your right leg to the sky, stretch it back behind you. Step your right foot forward. We'll come right into warrior two and then triangle. A few more standing poses here. So straighten the right leg. Slide your body to the right. Let the right hand come down to the shin or block for the floor. The left leg can be whatever you want it to be, really. And listen to your breath. And you right foot. Left arm fully to stand. And then you'll square yourself towards the front of your mat for pyramid. So the left foot will step in a bit, square the shoulders, put the shoulders back, and then bow forward over the right leg. So you might use blocks under the hands, or hands can be on the shin if your hamstring's really tight, or the floor. I often will bend my knee to get my hands to the floor. And then, yeah, that right hip crease back, right big toe down. Or you can flex the right foot, bring the toes up, play with that. Change things. Bend the knee, plant the palms, step back, high plank. Low plank. Upward dog or cobra. Downward facing dog or child's pose. Lift your left leg up and back, last round of standing poses. Big step forward, coming up to warrior two. And then triangle. You'll straighten the left leg, tip into triangle. Hand can be on the shin or ankle or floor. Blocks work really nicely too. Bend the left knee slightly, let the right arm pull you up. You're going to square yourself to the left. You can step the right foot in, Pull the left hip back, shoulders back, and bow forward over your left leg. And hands of your choice. Could be on the floor, on blocks, or on your legs somewhere. And point or flex that front foot. Bend the left knee, plant the palms, step back, high plank, low plank, upward facing dog or cobra, downward facing dog, child's pose. Back to high plank, lower down onto your belly. Then point your toes, bring the arms by your sides until locust. So you'll look down and then inhale, lift up, legs, arms, shoulders. Lower down, you can turn a cheek to the side, rest the arms however they want to be. And then one more time, locust pose. You might even interlace your hands at your back. Also put your thumbs or palms can be facing the ground. You can find that balance between both ends lifting. And then release down, turn your other cheek to the floor if you can, and just rest. Look down to the mat, bring your hands under your shoulders, come to hands and knees for some cow and cat. So moving gently through the spine. Rock forward and back, if that feels good. And then come to neutral, and you can either take the right leg forward for half pigeon, or you can come on your back for the reclined version with the right ankle on the left side. And you don't even have to lift the left leg up. You might just stay there in that shape. Good, and then if you're in half pigeon, facing the floor, you can come down onto your forearms, to your forehead. There's about 1 more minute. Switch to the other leg. Go to the dog to switch. If it's right at the floor, if you're on your back, take your time into the other side. Bring the other leg forward or other ankle side, that figure 4, reclined pigeon. Up. Ease your way in. In every pose, you want both sthira and sukha. And sthira is steadiness or strength. And sukha is ease or restfulness and space. It could be described as multiple things. So in every pose, you want both. This one, even though it doesn't take a lot of muscular strength, you still want to find that steadiness, the stability, the grounding. And then sukha is the ease, the softness, the accepting, contentment, peace. And really, they're two sides of the same hand. Two sides, opposing sides, and you find balance in those two forces. There's like a harmony, a place where you can both be in action and being able to respond, being able to be present. Both. Sometimes we need a little more ease. We have a lot of that ribbon force in our life, more ease to bring balance, and something a little more of that fortifying, hugging in. You decide, what do you need right now? Have you been going? Just really need to take the time to let go and sigh it out? Or have you been kind of in that space of non-action? More open, quiet energy. What do you give to yourself back right now? Slowly gently come up. Come to Baddha Konasana, feet together. Baddha Konasana, forward fold. This could also be at a wall. If you want to put your feet on the wall and be on your back, that's fine. So I like a wide stance here, but you can also be in. This is, again, listening to what do you need? Do you want to come in nice and tight? Does that feel better in the hips and groin, or do you want to go farther out? Do you want it to be supported with blocks under the knees or even arms there as we fold forward? Finding kind of this space to be for a little bit. You can rest on something, your forehead can touch your fist or a block or a pillow. You got to support yourself. You don't have to. You don't have anything, your hands don't reach your head, that's fine. slowly and gently. Come on up. Your hands will just draw the knees together and lay down on your back. And then you can keep a block nearby if you like. So either feet to the floor and put a block underneath the pelvis. If you don't have a block, you can bring your hands and forearms under the pelvis and then take your feet up towards the ceiling. And your forearms supporting the lower back or block. Here. Suppose it's inversion, it's the feet above the heart. Legs are above the heart. And it's a spot that releases any heaviness or tightness or soreness in the lower body. Feet, ankles, knees, thighs, even hips. So this is going to help your body with circulation. Valves, the vein valves in the legs, the heart has to pump the blood from the feet up to these little valves. And what this helps? It helps the blood and then move more ease through the body. Some burden off the circulatory system. It's also known for its quieting of the mind. Really busy, active mind. Sometimes we can repeat that to help. It wasn't very Shavasana. Few more breaths here. Just see if you can feel the effect of this pose on your body. It might be something I didn't mention. That's great. Feel for yourself. Let's gently begin to bend the knees. Your hands are under the pelvis, you can move them, maybe give your knees a hug. And if the block is there, you can hug them in gently. And then feet to the floor, take the block out if it's there. And you can take a final twist or windshield wipe the legs side to side. You can twist like we began with one knee coming up, holding in. Make sure you get both sides. You're going to start to make your way into Shavasana. Maybe feet together, Baddha Konasana on your back, or you can stretch the legs out. Use whatever props you have, or if you have no props, you don't need them. Just let yourself go. Always been, I like no props. I love yoga because it's so simple. It can be done anywhere. You don't need anything, and yet props can be so supportive too. So really, if you don't have them, it's a relief not to have to use them. If you have them, use them and love them. This pose, Shavasana, is a practice in letting go. All of yoga on the mat is called a practice. Practicing, paying attention to how we feel. Practicing putting ourselves in uncomfortable situations and poses and learning how to stay calm. Practicing using the balance of strength and power with ease, acceptance. I consider my time on the mat as kind of practice being who I want to be out in the world. And practice that here over and over again. And maybe someday when I'm out there, I can practice and stay calm and present rather than reactive. When those situations in life don't go my way, I feel uncomfortable. Right here is how you show up. Off the mat. Practice who you want to be in the world. Those are so vital. Learning to let go of what doesn't serve you. I've moved through my life a lot with these statements of I am this, or I am that, or attached to these identities that we have. Shavasana is about letting go of what doesn't serve you. Friends and Facebook class, and so he around his old friends, it's I am fun. He doesn't want to do that anymore. He wants to be authentic. You can still do that. Yeah. So much more. And how to let go, how to practice letting go of what's not serving you right now in this moment. Thoughts about yourself. Serving the highest version of yourself right here. Someday, it's right now. All of these things not serving us in space. Space for what does serve you. So, I don't even know what that is. Big deep breath all the way into the nose and let it out the mouth. Keep 3 of those, so 2 more, and slowly into the nose. Take it out the mouth. Breathing. Let it all. The breath is really natural and easy to get it. Move fingers, toes, body in any way it wants. And bend your knees and roll to a comfortable side. And gently make your way up to seated. The palms of your hands together, bring the thumbs to your heart space. Close your eyes for a moment. Check in. Thumbs, forehead center. Have a great day. Namaste. Have a wonderful holiday. If you're traveling, I don't see you. Reminder that we have Zoom. You can Zoom in from anywhere. And also next week, as far as scheduling goes, I'm here all next week. I'm teaching all classes, including Christmas Day. It is Saturday, 9:30. If you want to sneak away from family in town, I'll be here. So I thought, I'm around. But the following week, I'm going to be gone. So the 26th through the 30th, I'm gone. So the following week, I'm gone. But there's some YouTube classes on demand. I'll be back on the new year. So. Thank you. So good. Hi, Carol.